This year, it's 30 years ago that BMW launched the M1, and with this concept we also want to celebrate that occasion. This car is not scheduled to go in series production. The goal of this concept study is really celebrating our rich heritage and showing also how BMW design wants to work with that tradition. We love it, we want to celebrate it, but I think in the concept study you also see many elements that are modern and that can take us into the design future. And so this concept serves also as an inspiration for every other project that we do. Of course, the proportions are very typical to the M1, very wide, very low. And then when you look at the front end graphic with this very narrow slot here, that is also something that comes from the original M1. The original M1 had pop-up headlamps, and that we would not do in the future for safety reasons. But what we can do in the future is actually make the headlamps come out of this very narrow slot, because with LED technology that would be possible. Another element that comes actually from the future are these blades, and the function would be an aerodynamic function. This is something that we have learned actually from our engagement in Formula 1. We now know a lot more about aerodynamics than 30 years ago when BMW first built the M1. In side view, of course, the proportions talk about speed. You see also sharp lines. Sharp lines belong to BMW design because they are an expression of engineering precision. The wheels, we believe, are interesting. They are a reference to the original M1. The M1 was really the first sports car with mainly closed wheel designs. Of course, we have added a little bit more sculpture. And the same goes for this whole area here. This is where the engine would sit in a mid-engine car, and you see all the lines pick up speed towards the rear. And then when we look at the rear view and of a mid-engine car, of course the rear view is important. It is what people would see most when they are being overtaken by this car. The rear end of this car should exude power and strength, and I believe that it does so by this very strong shoulder. Actually here in the rear you see also one element that we took from the original M1. The original M1 was the only car in the BMW lineup that has two logos instead of one in the center. And of course we wanted to do that on this study as well. And then when you look at the tail lamps, you'll see that they are very, very narrow, very, very flat. And that too can be made possible in the future through LED technology.